Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Love Island USA, Season 7, Episode 18, and what the welly-ance. In this video, I'm just talking about the vote. I'm just talking about the vote because I am pissed off. I am pissed off to the highest level of passivity. Like, what is going on? People are talking about they're done with the show. Their vote don't matter. Everything else. I am perusing through the app, you guys. I am perusing through the Love Island USA app. I am looking at all the alleged polls. Everybody is thinking that, maybe Iris is going to go home, maybe Huda is going to go home, or whatever else. And as far as the girls go, they sent home, the bottom three was Amaya, Hannah, and Iris. And I knew this was going to happen with Huda. But I blame the Islanders, though, because the Islanders had two chances to get rid of Huda, and they chose not to, right? So, as a result, that allows production to say, hey, Huda, if you tone it down a little bit, if you, do all this, we can make you have a redemption arc. Even though nobody wants Huda in the villa. Nobody wants Huda in the villa. And I find it very bizarre that production chose not to show us what the deliberations are. That is weird. We never have not seen the deliberations, whether it is the men or the women. And usually, what has happened is usually the safe girls will vote out the male Islander and the safe men will vote out the female Islander. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, if the girls are, saving the girls, they're for sure going to kick out the person who's been here the least amount of time, which would have been Iris, right? That would have, logically made the most sense, right? No. Amaya, I'm not upset about her being saved. I'm sorry. She does not deserve any hate. She does not deserve any negativity. I think she can bring it into Casa. However, I think she's a little bit delulu in her connection with Austin. I don't think she realizes that Austin is done and is going to bring somebody back from Casa. She's probably going to be a Casa victim, of course. But nonetheless, hopefully somebody can convince Amaya that Austin isn't feeling her like that and everything else. But to send home Hannah was giving us messy content. Hannah was giving us all of the messy content, y'all. She was giving us the spit and the... She was giving us messy feeds and for Big Brother fans. We were getting fun feeds with Hannah. She's kissing people outside of challenges. She is doing some grown-up stuff in the bed with Pepe and everything else. Let's just call it for what it was. Let's call the reason why Hannah was dumped. Because by y'all saving Huda had eyes on Pepe. Let's just think logically here, right? Out of everybody in the bottom three, right? Who was the competition for Huda? Hannah. Who was in a couple with Pepe? Hannah. Who has deluded themselves in these conversations with these men that these men like her, but they're afraid to do anything if their couple is there? Hannah! Like, what are we talking about? This was strictly the girls acquiescing to Huda, because until you show me the tapes, that is what I'm going to believe. That is what I am going to believe, and you will not convince me otherwise, y'all. Hannah is going to further Huda's delusions with Pepe, you guys. Make it make sense. So now what's going to happen at Casa Casa is nothing's going to happen. We're going to have a very boring Casa Amor because it's going to be Huda Island, you guys. It's going to be Huda Island, and the girls are going to sit back and say that, you know, they're happy in their couples and da-da-da-da-da. I don't foresee Sierra, Shelly, or Alondria doing anything. They will encourage Iris, they will encourage Huda, and they may encourage Amaya to do stuff. But I do not foresee anything happening unless Sierra and Nick decide, you know what, let's just, you know, do our own thing at Casa, and then if it's meant to be, we'll figure it out. I don't know. But now we need to move on to the men. Because it's obvious to me that production really wants a PPG men type of season. The men have way too much control this season. Now, I see a lot of hate for Ace, and I don't know how Ace made the top 3 vote getters, but maybe perhaps he has the most followers, I believe, on TikTok. So there's going to be a lot of people who are going to vote for Ace and everything else, you guys. So Ace, Nick, and somehow Taylor is in the top, and I keep trying to tell y'all Taylor is scamming too. Taylor is scamming too, but y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to hear it, right? So, nonetheless, you guys, here we go. I'm thinking I'm going to see a deliberation. I don't see a deliberation. I'm thinking, all right, Austin's out of here. But then I thought to myself, I said, no, Austin is not out of here because he would have been out of here if they let it just be an automatic dumping. And whoever had the lowest votes between him and Pepe, one of them would have for sure been gone if they just left it to America's vote, right? But production has seen Austin as their Bergie. Austin is their Bergie of the season. Y'all gotta understand production, for whatever reason, there are certain Islanders that they will keep no matter what, and Austin is that for the men this season. I've been telling y'all this whole time, Austin is their Bergie. What that means is he is going to survive any elimination. He is not going anywhere anytime soon, y'all. No matter how many times he is at the bottom, and it makes 0 sense to me. But they like to take on, you know, these little projects, and they're like, listen, we can make you likable to America. We can keep, you know, bringing people, even though nobody's interested in him. Nobody's interested in Austin. Nobody cares, right? But I figured Austin was safe, right? Even though he should be gone. But guess what the Dollar General, the Dollar Tree PPG men decided to do, you guys? They decided to dump Jeremiah. What? No, not Jeremiah. Jeremiah is the finest man upon this season. What are we doing? This move is just out of hatred and jealousy. And listen here, looky here, right? So I had multiple votes. I posted on TikTok that I voted Shelly Ace, but I had an additional vote, and I actually voted to save Jeremiah because I think Jeremiah is good television, right? And he's eye candy. And I took a glimpse at the Casa guys, and listen, they don't look like no Jeremiah. I find it interesting, though, that you guys only have smoke for Ace. You're only taking this decision out on Ace when they all had to agree. Both Nick and Ace were hating at Jeremiah and Andrina's connection. They both were some haters. They both were some haters from the Himalaya about that connection, y'all. And they ain't like it. So they needed Jeremiah out of the way, but Ace has had an axe to grind since day one with Jeremiah. Right? He's had an axe to grind with the Jeremiah and Huda situation, and now he has an axe to grind because Andrina is not really feeling them like that. But I had a bad feeling when the episode showed Andrina talking to TJ, and she told TJ, I hope they don't send one of our connections home. And I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this because why would you include that in the clip? That told me one of their connections was going home. Make it make sense. I just didn't think it was going to be Jeremiah. And here's Jeremiah, happy to be out of his couple with Huda and saying, I was more hurt about losing the boys. I would do anything for these boys. And these boys can't stand him this entire time. These boys really hate his guts. Can we make sure that Jeremiah is still in Fiji right now? Can we send him over to Casa Amor? I'm just asking. Please place Jeremiah in Casa Amor. I don't know if you guys watch Love Island UK season 10. But they had dumped Molly in this dramatic dumping for whatever reason. And then like a week or two later, she showed up in Casa Amor, you guys. And her and Zach got back together. Can we have that for Jeremiah? I want Jeremiah and Andrina to get back together because from what I've seen from the Casa men, they're not giving. These Casa men are not giving, you guys. But none of the less, I need Jeremiah still in this villa. Because for me, here's my thing, right? We broke up Jeremiah and Huda because it was too toxic, right? But I'm a little irritated with some of y'all who think that, oh, Huda just having a good episode and everything else. Oh, we're just going to be on the sympathy train for her. No. This is Love Island. This is not baddies. This is not Real Housewives. I don't want to see drama. I want to see love. We're at the halfway point. The USA show is only 6 weeks long. The UK show is 8 weeks long. We don't have time. There is no real couples in this villa right now. Shelly and Ace just got together. Alondria, I don't know what's going on. She really thinks that her and Taylor are a thing, and Taylor is showing all signs that he is not interested. But y'all keep voting for him, and I don't know why. Tonight was a perfect time for him to be in the bottom, y'all. And y'all didn't take that opportunity, right? So nonetheless, I feel that it was an equal effort on Taylor, Ace's, and Nick's part, right? Because Nick likes Andrina, Ace is jealous of Jeremiah, but also, you guys, Taylor has the audacity to say that America made this decision. America wanted Jeremiah out. No, we didn't. We paired up Jeremiah because we like Jeremiah. We wanted him in a new couple. But this has backfired in the worst fashion possible, you guys. I am so pissed off. I am so pissed off because this is not what I wanted in any capacity, you guys. There is no way that Jeremiah should be home at all. He should not be voted out of the villa. Yeah, you want to call him corny. You want to call him that maybe he doesn't put up in a lot of effort. Maybe he relies on pretty privilege because he's a good-looking guy. But he's harmless. You kept the person who is calling him a bleep, bleep, bleep in the villa. I told y'all I was not voting for Huda, and Huda does not have my vote, but y'all have convinced yourselves that Huda is the Leah of the season, and I don't know why. Listen, even if you don't like Leah, y'all, Leah was not this awful. She was not this awful. She was not in a sense where the entire villa has to be turned against people, and it's bully island, and it's isolation island, because that's what happened to Jeremiah. See, everybody felt sorry for Huda and thought Huda was being isolated. No. Because the girls believed everything Huda was saying. The girls are listening to everything Huda says, and they're taking her word for it. So they think Jeremiah is the problem. They think Jeremiah is the issue. Didn't y'all see the Milkmaid challenge? They really believe Jeremiah is the cause of everything, and Huda's completely innocent and just crashing out over nothing. This is the worst dumping I have seen on Love Island across the board in quite some time, you guys. I need Jeremiah back. I don't know what we got to do. I don't know if we need a petition. I don't know what's happening. They already tried to play some goodbye messages like this is Big Brother to Jeremiah, and there's this really cringe message from Huda. And I don't know why Huda is, doing all this apologizing and making this about herself and everything else. But nonetheless, you've made it to where now the villa is convinced that America has sided with Huda for what the breakdown was between her and Jeremiah when it was too toxic. But we were rooting for Jeremiah. Jeremiah is doing what the show is supposed to do, which is explore new connections. Make it make sense. Jeremiah should still be in that villa. Jeremiah better be in Casa Amor. I don't think it's going to happen. Although Ariana said that there might be some twists and turns. But I need Jeremiah to be in Casa Amor. And I need him and Andrina to continue to explore their connection. I truly do. I truly do, because this is sickening. This is absolutely sickening. But nonetheless, we will see what happens, y'all. We will see what happens. Maybe the twist, maybe they'll have Hannah over in Casa Amor too, but that's pretty shady, man. They got rid of her duo, Charlie, right? So she tries to explore with Pepe, and now they get broken up. Make it make sense. But I feel like that was to help out Huda more than anything else, because really, Iris was right there. Iris was right there. I don't think Amaya should be gone before movie night. And I know some people are like, oh, they got to keep Huda for movie night. And I'm like, for what? There's no need to keep her now, because if you were keeping her there because of the whole Jeremiah thing, well, you got rid of Jeremiah. So what does she need to be there for movie night for? To hear her calling the girls bees behind their back every 2 seconds? Like, okay. I'm just so agitated, y'all. I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there like, did America just do it? Like, what just happened? What just happened? Jeremiah is the only fine man in that villa. I'm like, what is happening? The only eye candy in that villa. And this is what y'all doing? Listen, I understand Jeremiah's corny. I understand he has no game. I understand. He doesn't have to try hard. He doesn't do anything. But Jeremiah, y'all that jealous of him that bad? And like I said, y'all need to hold all of Ace and all of Nick and all of Taylor accountable. All three of them had to be unanimous in their decision. There is a reason they will not roll us the tapes, because they don't want you to see who was going the hardest in the paint. Y'all assuming it's Ace. But who has been the sounding board for Taylor? Huda, right? Who has been that sounding board? Huda has, right? And who has Nick been after? Andrina, Nicolas, right? So nonetheless, they are equally to blame, y'all. So there is that, and that is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.